Hello, I'm Jeffrey Tennant. Trading is closed on the 1st of July 2014. Let's talk about the market action from today. At yesterday's close, I said there was a target from the mejt system of 1964.25. I thought there was an increased risk of failure, and I said if we just traded over that number slightly, it wouldn't change much. Well, we gapped over it, so the target did not fail. It was satisfied, and it was obvious early on that we weren't going to trade over it by just a small amount. Let's go over the higher targets generated by today's pattern. Let's discuss why I think there's an increased risk of failure, and let's look at the bigger picture too. There was no signal in the morning. In the afternoon, mejt gave a buy, and the W in the software means look for a weak move, not a strong one. One of the peculiar things about the system is a buy does not mean buy, it means there is a target at a higher price. You can't just enter wildly on a buy or a sell. It would be enough to satisfy that buy signal if we just traded over the high of today. Immediately after that printed, we traded close enough to the high to satisfy the target and make it optional. So we have a target that we will trade over today's high, but it's optional, meaning it almost always prints but does not have to. mejt says this drop will not stick and targets a return to 1976.70. That's not optional. It should print at some time, but whenever you're close to a potential change in trend, there is an increased risk of failure of the target printing within its preferred time frame. So after today's rally, how good are the DeMark sell signals? What's going on? This is a 130-minute chart. We have 12 bars of a sequential sell for sure. We have a possible early bar 13. So we have with an early bar 13, a sequential sell on the 130-minute chart. On the daily chart, this dotted white line gives us the stop loss on a closing basis. We went pretty much up to that level and then dropped. The target, the stop I should say, is to be interpreted loosely, but if we don't close significantly higher than today's high, the daily DeMark sell signal is still intact. The stop losses on the weekly and monthly DeMark sell signals don't really help us because they're all based on closing prices. So we're in one of those fish or cut bait situations. We still have major DeMark sell signals. If we drop from here, the drop could last years, and if we break up and make a go of it, we could rally in a very strong manner. The odds still favor a drop, and if it fails big time. For tomorrow, we have higher targets. I still think there is an increased risk of failure. I really think if the bears are going to make something out of this, they should act pretty soon. The longer we go without them acting, the less confident I'm going to be that the DeMark sell signals are going to work. And that's today's call.